Is there a presidential tartan? Or is that being debated by too many sides?
I don't want to get into politics. There's not a presidential tartan. There's a U.S. seal tartan. House of Edgar did a range of tartans, 10 years ago? 15 years ago now. And it's either the best thing you've ever seen or an abomination to the Lord our God. They used intarsia. What's it called when you weave in a design into a pattern?
Oh,
is it intarsia or Mac? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I can't.
Brocade weave.
Brocade.
Yes.
Yeah. Brocade. Thank you. Okay. They did it basically with an Irish shamrock and harp. They did it with the Welsh dragon. They did it with a Scottish thistle, one with a Scottish lion, and a Canadian maple leaf.
That's right.
Looking at you, Lucas. And the great seal, like the eagle, kind of seal.
So like the American eagle.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's basically they took for, let's say, America, a red piece of cloth, did white with white and blue stripes, or like a stripe, making an 8-inch square, and then in checkerboard pattern, like every other one, they did a brocade American eagle. Or in the Irish one, they did a thistle and a shamrock. And the Canadian one, they did a maple leaf.
It's horrible.
It's
horrible.
It's something.
It's a gimmick.
It is.
Yes,
It's a gimmick. It's a showpiece. It's a costume.
Here's the amusing anecdote. Was House of Edgar, one of the mills, they actually make kilts as well. Once in a while, they'll send around the list to all their customers and say, hey, we have a bunch of kilts we're trying to sell cheap. If you want a kilt, let us know. So, it's effectively for below cost or below their normal cost. So I give it to the employees and say, hey, anybody want a kilt cheap? Here you go. And Lucas saw on there maple leaf. So he was like, ooh, I've been eyeing the maple leaf tartan and I can get an 8-yard kilt for $200. I'm in. So I ordered him the maple leaf tartan that was on that list in his size, and to watch the excitement drain from his face was a thing of glory.
Oh my God! Yeah.
As we opened the box and recognized, like, hey, Lucas, your kilt's in here, your kilt's in here. He was all excited like a little puppy. He opened it up, saw the bright red thing with the Canadian maple leaf shape and, brocade on there, and he's just like, oh no. You bought it, dude. You didn't ask.
I think he has since found a buyer for it on
eBay.
I
think he sold it on eBay.
I think he sold it.
Yeah. But
that was hysterical.
It is. For those wondering, it is very, very red and very, very white.
Yes.
The way that they pleat all of those, they don't sell I don't think they sell the cloth. They just sell finished kilts. And the way they pleat all of them is to the stripe. And this is a triple white stripe, if I'm remembering correctly. Mm-hmm. So it's like a really, really wide white section on each pleat in the back. So the whole back of the kilt's white. It's a dog's dinner.
So I would say if there is, to get back on track and stop beating up on Lucas.
No, I'm empathizing and laughing simultaneously.
We should do the all Lucas episode sometime. I would say the closest to something that would be presidential would be to go with the original bicentennial tartan. The problem is it's not that great looking a tartan.
Yeah,
but it is the oldest, and it's kind of storied in the fact that it was done for the bicentennial. So if you're going to have one that was official for the United States, that seems like the most likely candidate.
No, American heritage, buddy. What are you?
Okay, I'm trying to be gracious here.
No, the bicentennial. The design itself is bad. Don't push for that one.
Okay.
I don't like it.
I'm not pushing.
Personal bias.
Okay.
There's also an America tartan, but I think that was done by Pendleton's Woolen Mill in the West Coast. And
for profit thing.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff. Well, in fairness, our American heritage is for profit.
Well, I think I'm just arguing that if you wanted to have a national tartan, it should be one that was produced for the sake of having a national tartan, not for a profit motive or not because you just wanted to see what it would look like or something. It should have a intent behind it.
Maybe it
doesn't matter. Maybe it really doesn't matter in the long run. It's a wanton usage thing.
I don't disagree, but I would say this: everything that was done in that vein, if you call it American National or Bicentennial or American Heritage or whatever, it's for profit. I mean, it's going to someone's going to end up profiting from it. Period.
Okay.
There was or there is, the American National Tartan named that. It's not official. It was done by Houstons in Paisley in Scotland. They designed a tartan called American National and sent a kilt to G.W. Bush in 2002, I want to say.
Okay.
Something in there. But they just sent him a kilt and got the obligatory thanks for the kilt back. They called it American National. It's none of them, including American Heritage, none of them are official. They're all just existing. So it's it's a fun thing. It's a way to show off national pride. But none of them are official in the same way that none of the Irish tartans are official. And I would say this,
Sure.
what we have over the Irish tartans is at least some of the states are officially adopted, where, to my knowledge, and I'm pretty sure in it, at least for the last 5 years or so, none of the Irish county tartans nor the Irish or Ireland's national have been officially adopted. They are all just kind of, okay, they exist thing. They're all for profit.
Yeah. Okay.
So
part of me is willing to bet that when somebody invented the bicentennial tartan, given the attitude of the nation at the time and how crazy people were for the bicentennial, that somebody did it honestly as a sincere America should have a tartan kind of a thing, as opposed to
no, I don't disagree. It's
just because of the culture of the time and how much of a big deal it was.
Yeah, patriotic thing. Yeah. But, no, I agree. I just think that it's going to be one of those where it's somebody's eventually going to profit, therefore it's going to be morphed into it, even if the original intent is good. I don't disagree with you, though.